What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Destiny, and today, we're gonna start a little bit of a mini-series here on Destiny that we're gonna go through for the next few weeks, and I'm gonna call it How to Balance, because, well, it seems like that some people think that there's only one way to balance a weapon, and that's by messing with the damage values, and I think that that's completely untrue. So I want to go through some of the weapons that will be getting nerfed with the Taken King, and I want to talk about how I would balance them, or maybe even buff them just a little bit to bring them up to some of the other weapons. So today, we're going to start with the Gjallarhorn. Of course we're going to start with the Gjallarhorn. This is the point of contention for a large amount of the community. So the Gjallarhorn is an exotic rocket launcher that does the most damage in the game. And as of right now, the Gjallarhorn is slated to be nerfed by Bungie this September in the Taken King 2.0 update. Bungie plans on accomplishing this by reducing the damage on the Wolfpack tracking rounds, which do just about the same damage as the initial rocket impact, making each rocket fired from the Gjallarhorn twice as deadly in comparison to other rocket launchers in the game. Now, the reasoning behind this is because, according to Bungie's weekly update, Guardians were complaining that other Guardians wouldn't play with them if they didn't have a Gjallarhorn. Then last night on Twitter, Deej, the Bungie community manager, tweeted me to say that it's more about diversity and variety of weapons than it is about inclusiveness. But that's not what the weekly update says. The weekly update says that it's because the other reindeer wouldn't let Rudolph join their reindeer games. But that's all bullshit, though, because as a father, I know when you get two stories from the same source, both of them motherfuckers are lying to cover up the truth. So, let's take a look at what makes the Gjallarhorn so popular. So, first off, it's one of the best designed gun models in the game, hands down. When you look at this gun for the first time, you automatically know it's strong, because no game designer is gonna waste that much time and that much detail on a gun model to make a random, shitty, run-of-the-mill gun look like this. And you know what? If there is a game out there that has random, shitty, run-of-the-mill guns that look exactly like this, that's a game that I would like to play. But this weapon was purpose-built for two things. Number one, destroying everything in sight. Number two, selling the motherfucking game. If you don't believe me, go look at the pre-release trailers. It has Gjallarhorns all over it. But, now that this weapon's rarity and reputation have sold the game quite nicely, seems like it's time to scale back on that destruction now, doesn't it? Basically, a move like this that's unpopular that Bungie is performing in Destiny basically means that Destiny and its expansion pack have sold well enough to fund Destiny 2 entirely, and they're willing to risk the current fan base for the quote-unquote future of the franchise, which basically means there's more money over there and we want it. So, this weapon has two purposes in Destiny as of utility. Number one, it's an emergency button. It will pull you out of a jam and give you enough time to regroup yourself, heal up, and get back into the fight. It can also easily stagger and deal burst damage to mini boss type enemies like ogres, knights, captains, minotaurs, even oracles. You get the hint. Its second purpose seems to be a bit of an unintended side effect of the first purpose. It blows bosses down fairly quickly. Ooh, it blows them good. Mostly during Solar Burn Week. So, it's this purpose that Bungie seems to be aiming at taming it down just a little bit longer. The problem is Is that their solution to just take a little bit of damage away from the Wolfpack rounds to soften their blow? The problem with that is you lose its original effectiveness and utility out there in the wild. So how do you adjust the damage of the Gjallarhorn without hurting the effectiveness of the weapon without breaking the balance of the game? How do you avoid power creep, Mac? Well, you stop thinking simple, that's all. Developers and alarmists, they start throwing around words like power creep, because it sounds good. Power creep only exists because developers are too lazy to actually tackle the problems of the game. They start thinking with circular logic, saying, well, if I do this to this, then this will happen, and then I'm going to have to do this to combat that, and then this is going to have to go like that, and it's a slippery slope, right? Instead of saying, why don't people want to fight our bosses? What is it about our game that makes people not like our boss encounters enough to cheese their way through it? No, instead it's, we don't like the way you're playing the game that you paid your own money for, so this is what we're gonna do to make you play it how we want you to play it, instead of actually making the game play how the fucking community wants to play it. It's child's play. Instead, you gotta look at things a little bit more objectively. Well, the Gjallarhorn is great at one-shotting small to medium-sized enemies. We like that. That is what it should do. Let's get rid of its maximum capabilities against bosses, but keep it effective during normal encounters. So each Gjallarhorn rocket is about twice the damage as a normal one. Suffice it to say that on a normal scale and spectrum, we can expect somewhere between a 25 to 30% damage decrease from Wolfpack rounds. That's a hefty nerf. I'm giving Bungie the benefit of the doubt to take this weapon down 30 motherfucking %. Will still be strong enough to do some decent damage. But instead of nerfing each motherfucking shot from the rocket launcher and hurting its original intended use, why not just take from the capacity? Right now, a Gjallarhorn holds 5 rockets normally, 7 rockets with a heavy ammo buff from your armor. There's about 90% of endgames have heavy ammo buff on their armor, especially since all the Crota gear pretty much just gave everybody heavy ammo buffs for their armor. So if you made the rockets carry 3 rockets normally and 5 rockets with the armor buff, then you just took away 28% of its maximum capable DPS against bosses, while not touching the damage of the Gjallarhorn itself. It's still gonna one-shot oracles, it's still gonna chunk out ogres, and it's gonna give you enough breather room against the charging knight, all while doing 30% less damage against bosses. And if you want to take it even further than that, you could just say that the Gjallarhorn is such a badass weapon that the only way to reload it is with ammo sense. Make it like the Icebreaker, except it doesn't recharge. Charge Guardians for its use. This will stop people from heavy ammo glitching Skullus with the Gjallarhorn and trivializing the endgame at Crota while still being badass enough to fuck up his shield in hard mode. It also put a higher emphasis on Jur, strange coins, and revive that whole dying economy without ever touching the damage of the game. That's why I say power creep doesn't exist. Because there are more than one ways to balance a game without touching damage values. That is, if you don't think simple. It takes a little bit more of a compound thought, but it's worth it. And I mean, even if you don't like taking away from maximum capacity, the Gjallarhorn itself isn't too strong. It's the fact that the solar burn allows it to burn through bosses quickly. So, I mean, I saw inside the Taken King, we got rocket launchers that are coming with kinetic damage, right? Why not just take the burn away from the Gjallarhorn? There you go. Beast Punch, Captain Crunch. Now I can't blow down bosses in fucking 30 seconds. Wash your hands of it. And we didn't even touch the fucking damage or power or balance of anything inside the game. and everybody's still happy. You see how that works? A little bit of compound structured thinking. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. There's more than one way to grill a steak, motherfucker. It's because you put your shit in the oven. Doesn't mean my shit can't go on the grill. So, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you guys later.
Got him. I'll let Commander Zavala know there's one less problem on Mars.
Valis to Ark has finally been defeated and the Cabal command dealt great damage.